We are working on 2014 Kia Forte, Wi-Fi, Carplay, Android Auto wireless. We already have the radio installed, so I'm going to briefly explain to you how the radio comes out. The first step we're going to do is below the heater control. There is a little panel. You're going to pry that panel out. I'm going to list all the parts and the radio on the description below. So once you have this little panel out, there is a one screw on this corner, and once you have that little screw out, it's a Phillips. The original factory radio, the face plate comes out, and once you have the face plate removed, you'll be seeing 4 screws on the original radio. So of course this is an Android radio. We don't have a screw on it, but once you have the face plate out from the factory radio, you'll see 4 screws right there, 2 on the top, 2 on the bottom, and once you have them out, radio can be pulled out. Of course, you're going to disconnect all the harnesses, and this Android radio comes with T-harness. It simply plugs into the factory harness, just like that, and nothing needs to be cut, and the other end of course plugs into the Android radio. And this one also gives you a option for having a steering wheel control and also backup cam. We also did install aftermarket backup cam on it. I'm going to show you how we did it. The backup cam wire, the RCA has one wire. It could be red, it could be brown, orange, yellow. This one comes with the yellow wire. So that yellow wire connects to the reverse trigger, which labeled as a back on this radio. So that RCA, the yellow RCA that you see there, it came with another yellow wire, stranded wire, that connects to reverse trigger wire, which is labeled as a back. So this is the back of the trunk, and in order to get to the license plate area, you're going to have to remove this felt. Behind this handle, actually front side of it, you pop out the plastic panel. There should be 2 screws. Remove them, then remove all those screws holding onto the felt. And I'm going to show you how we grab the reverse wire. So this one has a little space right there by my fingertip, and we made a little hole there and ran the cam through that hole behind the panel. And this is the factory loom. We ran the RCA cable alongside. This is the tail light in the trunk. That clear one is a reverse light. Obviously, to get to it, you're going to remove that black panel, remove all those plastic screws, and once you remove that, you can access the back of the license plate as well as the tail light, obviously. So you just simply remove the screw to remove that clip. Once you have them out, you can just simply release that back panel to access the back of the tail lights. Okay, so we're not going to remove the whole thing. I'm just going to show you how we did it. On that back of the tail light in the trunk, you're going to see 2 green wire. One's look more blue wire than green, but because it's old, it looks like a darker green, but it's a more bluish color. That is the positive side of a reverse light, and we connect that wire, the reverse light wire, for powering up that backup cam, which has a black and red wire. So black goes to the metal side of the trunk, and the red wire connects to that blue wire, dark blue wire, along with that another yellow wire on the RCA cable. On this one, it is actually red. So if you have another wire on the RCA. Again, it could be red, it could be orange, it could be blue or yellow. You just connect that along with power cable for the backup cam to that blue wire. Now on this hazard switch, you are taking that off from the original faceplate, but you cannot use that button. The reason for that is that aftermarket radio kit, it is kind of sticking out about ½ inch further than the original one. So if you decide to put the original hazard switch, it doesn't come through that hole. So they provide this hazard switch, which is deeper than the factory one. So you don't have to worry about you not hitting that switch. So it does come with that button for the hazard switch. You gotta use that. To get it out, on the back of the radio, back of the faceplate, the 2 Phillips screws, remove them, then the switch comes out. Again, you have to use that provided button for the hazard switch. This is the Wi-Fi antenna. You can just simply push behind the radio. You don't have to put it on the dashboard. So one of them labeled as reverse or back, and that's where the RCA from the back of the trunk connects to it. And this is the USB. If you have a USB, factory USB connection on the bottom like that, this enables that factory USB cable. So once you have all the connections made, you just simply push all the antenna and harnesses back into the place. This doesn't have any screws like a factory one does. This, you just take the clips off the original faceplate, transfer over to this Androi bezel, and you just snap in like this. And of course there's a 1 screw holding on to the bottom left corner. Since it's a real thin flat, the tablet looking radio, it's not that heavy, so the clips from the factory faceplate will hold it in place, and along with that Phillips screw on the bottom left corner next to the heater control. And once you have done that, push this bottom panel back in place, and that's all you have to do. Now we're going to do some settings for the steering wheel control and also reverse cam. The steering wheel control,
so we're going to do 2 things. One, we're going to enable the backup cam, and we're also going to learn the steering wheel control. The first step we're going to do
is set the reverse cam. Go to settings, the reverse cam, code is 1234. Hit enter, and go to reverse cam settings. And our cam is high definition
AHD. This is a high definition cam.
Whatever cam you have, if it is regular high definition cam, that is just regular cam. It's not an AHD. So you're gonna
second part we're going to do is learn the steering wheel control.
I think. And if it is a high definition AHD cam, you gotta choose that as an option. Otherwise,
now it's all laid out. You hit one of the buttons
now
that you want to learn,
control
push the steering wheel buttons.
You press one of the buttons
it turns into
on
yellow.
the radio.
So
then let's say if it's the volume up,
hit the button
hit
on the
volume up
first,
on the steering wheel control.
Whichever button
once you learn, it turns
into yellow.
Blue to yellow.
One by one.
So as you can see, the first push is going to be blue, and when you push
so you see the yellow
control on the wheel,
that means it learns.
Once it learns, it turns into yellow. Those are short learning,
the Bluetooth,
and there is a long pulse learning.
Volume up and down.
Let's say the volume button,
it.
you want to make it for something else, and if you press and hold for longer time, that's a long press, and it will do dual functions. The short pulse will be, let's say, volume up, and the longer pulse, if you set it as a tuning up, you can do that. So it has a dual function option. So once you learn
this is short. Okay, so
short
he's going to do
pulse,
dual learning.
you go to the
other one's a long press.
Right there.
Same button that you learn by hitting long press.
You select
have another function.
button, whichever one you want to do. You press that, and that will be the longer press. So you can have a dual functions. And once you have done learning it, you have to hit save, otherwise it's not going to learn it.
All the functions are
so
working.
Be sure to hit the save at the end. In order to do CarPlay and Android Auto, of course, you got to go to Bluetooth and pair your Bluetooth. It also does internet access. Once you open up your hotspot on the cell phone and connect Wi-Fi on your cell phone's hotspot, you can actually watch YouTube or Netflix or internet browsing. You can do that. But
So everything
first
works. You can
gotta-
also do
you gotta,
Carplay.
open
Once you
up
pair your Carplay
hotspot
Android Auto.
function from your cell phone and
that's
look
it.
for
Everything works.
Wi-Fi under
You can
your
also
Wi-Fi's
use your
name
cell phone's
on the
hotspot, so you can watch YouTube or
once you
Netflix if
pair,
you like. So go to Wi-Fi
go
settings.
to YouTube. So we are
and
doing
connect your hotspot from your cell phone.
on the cell phone. And as you can see, you can go to YouTube channel. Now you can watch.
So this is a YouTube
movies
channel. So once you have a hotspot
on the
connected,
cell phone,
you can watch YouTube.
on the YouTube using your hotspot from the cell phone. That's pretty much it. Please don't forget to subscribe and comment. Thank you.